Oh, uh, hey YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to make this video about which school should you choose for CDL driving, because obviously Mr. Joe Casella, he had a good point in one of his comments about you can, let me set y'all up as always, you can have all the trucking knowledge you want, but if you're a new person and you don't even have your CDL obtained, then having all that stuff don't mean nothing, because the first step obviously is to first obtain your your driver's license. So obviously the first step in anybody's trucking career is choosing the right school to go for, so that you're successful in the start of your career. So in response to Mr. Joe Casella, this video is going to be on how you know what school to choose according to your needs. So when you're calling or looking around for a trucking school to go to, the main thing that you should think about first is your situation, because every situation can fit any company any type of way. Like what you might be looking for out of a trucking company, I might not be looking for that. Like you might don't have any kids to where you have more time than I have to dedicate to being OTR, to where I have 5 kids, so I need to be home. I need to be local or something like that. So the first thing you want to consider is home time. When you go to this trucking school, are you going to get the proper home time you need to be home with your family and take care of doctor's appointments or personal things or things of that nature? Or you want to also consider the contract. Number one out of anything, and number one you're going to deal with, especially if you get your CDL license through a mega trucking company, is read your contract, right? Really read the contract and read the terms and really consider, can I really successfully complete these terms? And most of the terms is going to be where you have to dedicate your full time, and most likely as a OTR driver, for 12 months consecutive. Like you have to be with a company for 12 months in order for them to say, okay, well, you're released from your contract is fulfilled, so you pretty much, your school is paid for now. But a lot of times, a lot of people don't make it through the year. Like I'm not too sure of, I think my class, I work for Prime, and my class was like maybe 80 something people that came in, and out of the 80 something people, I believe that it's me, 1, 2, out of all those 80 something people, I believe it's probably about 5, maybe a little more left. Like people drop off within that year, and for whatever reasons, like one girl that was, I actually roomed with her in the hotel, and I think she had to go home and be with her girlfriend because her girlfriend was sick. And that was only like a month out of school. So she was going into depressed mode, because obviously if you're only 1 month out of school, it's hard, not to say that it's impossible, but it is super hard to find a job that's going to give you a chance, and all you got is just a month of experience. Most of these jobs that you go for, and these are hard to find, like 3 to 6 months, they're hard to find, but they're out there. You can get a job 3 to 6 months out of truck driving school. But the norm is like you have to have a year or plus to get, like, to easily just come out here with just a year plus experience to get a job locally or anything else. But I mean, when it comes to looking for a school to go to, the right way that I would say to do it without less hassle is to go to your local unemployment office. That's for now, until, because Trump is in office, so he's changing all the resources that each state can really offer their citizens. But I think it's still going on for now. Go to your local unemployment office and sign up. Like they have programs where they will send you, they'll even send you to college to get like they have a lot of associate's degree programs and a very few bachelor's degree programs where they'll pay for it. All you have to do is get good grades, attendance, and just do your best in school. But one of the programs in the unemployment office is CDL school. So if you go through the unemployment office, that's a grant, like it's grant funded by taxpayers. So you won't owe them nothing as long as you successfully complete the school and do all the requirements that's required to be successful with the unemployment school. But in my opinion, that is the way to go before you go and try to go with these mega companies. Because if you go with these mega companies, there's really no way around looking like what you're looking for, because all of them is out just to put a driver in the seat. Their whole goal is to put bodies in a truck. They want to put a body in the truck no matter how they got to do it. If they got to send a bunch of people through just to pay for their schooling, I don't care, because most of the time most truck schools cost between $5,000 to $8,000. So if they got to pay $5,000 per head, and most likely they probably gonna make $100,000 off you or more the first year, that's a hell of a turnover rate. I'm gonna just go for the highest. For $8,000 and they profiting, I said $100,000, so they profiting $92,000 off you. That's a hell of a profit. $8,000 and $92,000 profit. I'll probably try to run a company like that if I can get $92,000 per head. You know how many heads they putting through the school? And really the 92,000 figures if you do the full year. So that's not counting the ones that fall off before the year. But even if you fall off before the year, they still gain it, because they will try to come after you for the $5,000 to $8,000, whatever that school charged, or they'll put it on your credit report. So either way, they're gonna get that. They're gonna find a way to get their money. But my personal experience was, at first I went to this school called MTC. Don't go to that school. When I tell y'all don't go to that school, don't go to MTC. I think they're out of Bottom Road, Missouri. Like, they out of Missouri. They don't give a fuck about drivers, and they racist, because I went there and you know, the application fee, they paid my bus ticket to get there. I got there. When you get there, like, I think I had to ride the bus for almost 2 days. They don't even give you a chance to get yourself together. Like, as soon as you get there, you go straight up there into a classroom and they start drilling the book in your head straight off the damn bus, straight off the bus. And like, it's one good thing I can say about Prime. Prime's terminal is awesome. Like, they will feed you until your stomach. Like, when I got out of Prime's trucking school, I had gained a couple pounds, so I'm glad that the pounds is finally coming off. But as far as food, Prime will feed the fucking shit out of you. If they ain't good for nothing else, their terminal will spoil you like a baby. But this MTC school, when you get with them, only thing as far as food that they give you is a double cheeseburger, and they'll put you in the hotel with somebody where you sharing with it's 2 people to a room. But at least with Prime, they had 2 full beds. But with MTC, whoever got there first got the bed, and whoever got there second got a cot. They put a fucking cot in front of the bed. So really the hotel was just made, it was a single hotel made for really just one person, but they so damn cheap, they just putting cots in rooms and forcing people to lay on these cots while the first person, I mean, it's a bunch of crap. And I actually got put out this school because I was asking about home time. So I was like, yes ma'am, I was just wondering how often do you get to go home, because I have children, so I'm just trying to figure out, you know, the home time. And she was like, oh, well, you shouldn't have came to this school if you knew you had children. If you knew you had children, then you shouldn't have came to this school. I'm withdrawing. I said, withdrawing, man, I don't want to get out to school. I'm just trying to figure out how the hometown works, because I don't know nothing about trucking. This is my first, you know, I'm trying to figure. And she got nasty with me. And you know what I did? When you go to a rinky-dink school like that, make sure you have a car rental. Like the second day I got to that school, I had a car rental. I had like a mid-size, like if you kind of tight on money, at that time I was, so I had got me like a little mini coupe type car. Those little mini cars don't cost much, so I rented that for a week, and I'm glad I did, because when she told me to leave, I wasn't going to wait till she came to my room and try, because a lot of these companies will put you out there on your ass, like they'll get you there, but they won't get you back. So they thought that they was going to do that to me, but they ain't know I already had a rental car, so y'all not hurting me. As soon as she said I'm withdrawing, okay bitch, you want to withdraw my application? I went in my room, packed my suitcase up, got in that little rental car, and drove my ass all the way back to North Carolina. So what? I don't care. I'll just go to another school. just the way y'all need drivers, other people need drivers too. But you know, at the time, I didn't really realize that I could have went to the unemployment office. Like I said, a lot of this knowledge that, you know, I've gotten or that people get, it comes with being out here, or it for people that's lucky, or people that's privileged. It comes with having mentors, and I didn't have any mentor. This was a passion that I wanted, but I didn't have nobody to kind of show me the way, so I kind of had to find my way the hard way. But if you got a mentor and you know that he's good at what he does, shoot, listen to your mentor and let them guide you, because that they can save you a lot of BS that you have to go through out here. So, like I said, don't go to MTC. And if you're thinking about going to a mega company, consider, can I invest a year of my life of being over the road for these people to fulfill my contract? And can I put up with the bullshit that's going to come with working for these companies? Because like I said, their main goal is to have a body in that seat. So if you're a company driver, you're really forced dispatch. So when they send you somewhere to go, most of the time you're not going to be able to say, no, I don't want to go there. You better get and go there. Or home time. Like, I think for most companies, you get 1 day per 7 days you out and run. So if you want 3 weeks straight, you get to go home for 3 days. Whereas a lease operator, I can go home whenever I want. But the downside of that is, even though I can't go home whenever I want, I still have my fixed cost that's continually rolling, that I'm gonna be in the negatives for, the way I have to work that much harder to get out the hole. But I'm my own, as they try to make you believe, I'm my own boss. So like I said, all these mega companies, as far as these truck driving school, they all pretty much the same. All of them got the same bullshit with them. They all got these contracts you got to fulfill for the 12 months. Only thing I would just say to look for if you want to go the mega company route is, like I said, check out to make sure that they not, like, the staff is not racist. Ask questions about the home time before you even go. Consider your lifestyle situation before you even go. And make sure you bring money with you when you're going out of state. Because I understand you can believe in something so much that you jump into something without preparing. But when you jump into anything, especially when it's like far away from home, like you leaving your state to go to another state to go to school, have a substantial amount of money. Like, at least carry about $500 or more. Really, if you can carry like $800 to $1,000, that'll really be a cushion for you for anything. Like, say you can't pass the CDL test. So that's another thing too. You can get to these schools, and if you for some reason just can't get it, and you can't seem to pass your the driving test, or you can't pass the written test, they'll work with you for maybe a week or so. But their turnover rate is to try to get people in and out within that first week. If you can't get it within that first week, you got to go. They'll get you there, but they're not going to get you back home. That's your responsibility for the most part. Every now and then, they might, certain situations where some people get home from the mega company, but for the most part, you got to get yourself home. So, I mean, the good thing about Prime, though, if you can make it through the first week and you get into your second week phase, the second week is when they give you the PSD money, where you get like $200 a week. And they say that it's only supposed to be for food, but a lot of people, they still send money home to pay bills, or just like you can actually withdraw that money off the card and it's cash money. So if things ain't going right to where maybe you can't, at that stage, you can't get the driving test, you can just say, fuck it, I'm gonna use this money and I'm taking my tail home. That's if you didn't bring any. So like I said, just be careful of going to small rinky-dink CDL schools, because they can really just, bad enough you're gonna go through it no matter who you go with, but those small rinky-dink schools really slave you or really mistreat you, don't feed you, bump that. I love to eat. Shoot, if I can get me a good meal, you won me over. If you can give me some good food, you won me over. Prime got a lot of shit with them sometimes, or half the time, whatever times, just time in time, but they can make up for all the food that they make sure you have when you go to that terminal. So yeah, that's just my intake on schools. Like I said, be careful of the small rinky-dink schools. If you have to or going to go with a mega company school, just ask questions. Like, really consider your life. Can you afford to invest a year into that? And I mean, It is what it is. But the ideal way is to just go to the unemployment office and just come in with your CDL, because if you go to the unemployment, or even another option, come out of pocket and pay for school. Like, you got some schools, depending on your state, where it can be, I think, I said from 5,000 to 8,000, but there are some schools, depending on the state, where you probably can get it for $3,000. If you, like, say tax season, like, especially people that got children, obviously you probably gonna get a good refund back. Use your refund from your taxes to just pay for the school. Like, if you can't get it through the unemployment, just save up your money, pay for the school, and go into these mega companies already with your CDL license, because when you do that, you're not locked down to nobody. I mean, nobody. Like, if you go in with your CDL license and say you don't like it after the first 2 to 3 months, they can't hold you. I mean, they can't hold you anyway, but as far as legally binding, they can't hold you because you don't owe them nothing. You didn't go to their school. You didn't sign their contract. Only thing you did was just brought your CDL license into their school to work for them. So, and another thing too, just be prepared. Unless you're privileged like that to where you know somebody that knows somebody, just be prepared. As a new person, you're going to be OTR. There's not too many people that don't know somebody that knows somebody that first start off and get the pick of the litter as far as getting all these great paying loads, or get all these local jobs. That's just not what it is. As a newbie, you're gonna pay your dues. You're gonna pay at least 1 to 2 years of going through the bullshit before stuff start getting on an even playing field. And I'm realizing that. So I'm gradually getting to where my playing field, it was all the way down here, and now it's starting to rise to where it's somewhat starting to go an even playing field. So, I mean, this topic can truly go on, and there really are a lot of perspectives on this topic, but I'm just giving my perspective, and obviously everybody loves to comment. So let's converse about this topic. And for all you senior drivers, if it's something I haven't covered, just leave a comment below, so whoever's coming to look at this, they can kind of read from your comments of help, because you know that was a great question, Mr. Joe Casella. Like, you're right. I wish I would have known. The only thing that was kind of inspiring me to go to prom, because obviously, you know, I do research, and I didn't want to go through what I went through at the MTC school anymore. So I was looking at YouTube videos, and at the time, for some reason, the only videos that kept coming up was the Shawn Parks and Tune Goodwin. And I really didn't get into Tune Goodwin's videos until I got into training. He the one that really, because I didn't know whether, I was like, damn, man, should I go lease or should I go company? Like, you go lease, you take a chance because you're responsible for everything that goes on with the truck. Like you so responsible financially for everything. But I mean, I'm used to responsibility, so that's no scare for me. But Mr. Tune Goodwin, he show you how to you know, maintain your truck. He show you how to be financially responsible. Like, I really like he's a cool dude. And at the time when I came in here, Shawn Parks was still at Prime, and the way he was making his video, he was making Prime look like a steak dinner plate. I was like, oh shoot, I'm about shit. He making this shit look all right. I want to go to Prime, Mr. LaShawn. I want to go to Prime, looking at your videos, making them videos look all nice, sweet. I said, shoot, he sold me. I'm not gonna sit here lie. Like, I tried, and I looked at his videos, because before I came to Prime, I had a good job. Like, I was a dispatcher working at BMW, and I was making pretty good money, so I didn't need to come into this. I came into this because this was my passion. I've been wanting to do this since I was like 22 years old. Now, you know, I had little babies at the time, but now that my kids are getting of age, I'm able to have a little freedom to where I'm able to chase my passion a lot more. But yeah, shoot, my thing is, if I start something, I can't lay it down until I finish it. So if I start something and for whatever reason I couldn't finish it, in my head, well, this year's past, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I got to get back to this. So the trucking, it kept calling me. You know, I got put out the MTC school, and I was like, man, yo, I'm not gonna let them, you know, mess around and mess up my dream. Somebody gonna give me a chance. And I just kept looking at the videos, and at that time, his videos was the main ones that kept popping up, and it was about Prime. So I was like, shit, man, He's making it. I want that steak dinner. I want that steak dinner on my plate. So he sold me, and I'm sure he probably sold a lot of people with them videos. He ain't even with Prime anymore, but I'm sure he done got Prime a lot of drivers just from his YouTube videos he was making. So that's just my intake, guys. If you can come up with more ideas on videos that you would like for me to make, by all means put it in the comment bar below. And please subscribe. If you like, you know, push the like button. Give me a couple likes, because we family, you know. Like I forgot your name, but one guy said, I said something about we need to stick together and love each other, and that should be a slogan. You darn Skippy. That's what it should be. Why can't we have a heart? Like, it's easy to hate on something or be mean, but take the challenge of loving somebody. Love your fellow brother, love your fellow sister. Let's make this a love, fun community, to where we just enjoying each other, you know, just enjoying each other. So like I said, let's do these challenges. If y'all want me to talk on a topic, like I said, give me ideas, and I'm very open-minded to talk about things that need to be touched on. So everyone's time is of the essence. Let's make better time of it. I'm always sitting here waiting to be freaking unloaded. So yeah, like I said, take your time. Don't just jump into a contract, because you jump into a contract, you jeopardize your credit, you jeopardize just a lifetime full of bullshit. And I'm coming up on my year, and through this year, like, I'm gonna do a video when my year mark come about the things I've been through the course of this year. So all right, guys, I'll be getting back with y'all. Goodbye.